I remember seeing a Leon one. Hopefully there would be other ones too. I mean, I'd probably try and get like a Leon one or a Judas one or something. But yeah, that would have been cool, in my opinion, at least. Um, I believe I mentioned, I can't remember actually. I've recorded this like 3 times, so I can't even remember what I've said and what I haven't said in this recording and previous recordings. But Namco outsourced a company called Dwago to make this game, and of course it closed down, so clearly, Dwago didn't do a good job technically, but I feel like this game was just sort of a experiment that, they should have. I feel like it had potential, it just wasn't executed well. I feel like a lot of companies really are just giving up on projects. They try something, they mess up, they figure, okay, so, we should just let this, franchise or this idea die, and they don't bring it up. When, sometimes, things are good, or they have good ideas, but they're just not executed well. And I feel like it really draws the line between corporate and creative, or business and creative, when it comes to a company. I mean, yes, I know video game developing and like video game companies, it's a business, but it's also a creative business. It's not a corporate business. It's not like, it's more of it. You'll find more creative people working on a video game than you will like doing accounting, I feel like. Like, I feel like the creative way, the creative response to something like, okay, so this didn't work, let's work on it a little bit, let's try and make it better, and then we'll try again with, like, the sequel or something like that. I really feel like this game wasn't executed well. Like, they could have fixed it up, and especially now that Namco kind of have made, like, their Tales games with some MMO trace to them. Like, the whole character creation, they kind of have that down, in my opinion. They did a great job. They just need to throw in facial hair. And having humans only as characters, that's fine. I mean, if they did like a Tales game where it's like an original world, they could probably get away with doing like elves, half elves, and then beast races. But, that's just the way I see it. And, games like Dawn of the New World and Narakiri Dungeon Cross, where on the cross side, there's a bunch of classes you can do and whatnot, which have their own different kind of styles. Well, in that game, they're costumes, but, they're basically classes. And then there's monster collecting, or monster capturing, which would be pretty useful. I'm pretty sure some other MMOs do that. I think for them it's more of mounts, but then there's also the whole summoning thing that some MMOs do, which in a Tales game, summoning is a little different, but, and even in Tales of Grace's F and Hearts, the world map, they didn't really have one. It was more of just like some weird like connected dungeon thing, which I think that's what Tales of Eternia Online tried to do with their world map. And then Vesperia has the leaderboards and the skills, for like different kind of perks. Like if you want to have a 4-hit combo, or if you want to unlock your Mystic Art, you had to use your Mystic Art. You had to select something. It's like different little stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. Burst arts and unison attacks, those are kind of like, those could be cool in MMOs. And going back to Mystic Arts, DFO has these things called, like, what are they called? Awakenings, I think they're called. Those, like, cool moves where, like, they show, like, a little mini cut-in on the side. Isn't that what they're called? Awakenings or something? I haven't gotten far enough in DFO to really figure that out, or figure out what they're actually called, but, they have special moves and whatnot. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. And like, Dawn of the New World did the whole like spell book thing where you could buy arts and different or not really arts, but spells. They could make it to where you could buy art as well as spells. So like if you want to, if you're a mage but you want to use Demon Fang, you could buy Demon Fang. That'd be kind of cool, actually. mage doing demon fang. And you could like, what else? I feel like I'm forgetting some other games. I already mentioned unison attacks. Titles, those could be used because MMOs have tiles. And I think in EverQuest 2, it's just like a prefix and a suffix. Like, I think my guy on EverQuest 2 is Daisuke the Loyal. I can't remember. Costumes as well, that would work. Because, MMOs do, like, appearances, like DFO and whatnot. And, heck, EverQuest, has, like, appearances, like, down to, like, the friggin' weapon. So you could have, like, a sword, but really be using an axe. It would just look like a sword. They could do that. Let's see. And, the Soul Calibur and Tekken games, they're online, and Dragon Ball Z as well. So Namco at least has an idea of, and they published Dark Souls, so they even now have to have an idea of, how an online-based game would work. Like, I feel like that if Namco could there's a lot of potential in a Tales MMO, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I really feel like they could probably get away with doing a good MMO. And this is going over the limit too, but I don't care. So, in conclusion, Tales of Eternia Online, or just a Tales MMO in general, good idea, but Dwago and Namco did not execute very well, and I feel like they should try again. Honestly, if someone from Namco's listening to this, and I might even link this to Filthy Rich, I don't know if he's necessarily the guy to link this to, but I still want to link this to him anyway. But, yeah. I think that Namco really could, make a good Tales MMO. Maybe it can be on, like, a global server, and they could just have, like, an English version, like, already made. Like, I don't know, maybe they could have the Japanese just go ahead and make it. That's my opinion on it. As far as playing the game now, you can't really do that anymore because the game closed down. Though, there is a private server apparently being worked on. It hasn't been updated until since 2009 or so. So that leads people to think that it's either a hoax or the guy's not working on it anymore. But I don't think it's a hoax. The guy's probably just busy. I'll put a link for those of you who want to see it. I don't think keeping it a secret is going to do any damage because, I don't think it's illegal to make a private server for a game that's no longer running. But people have found a way to, play the game through this private server, and apparently people have played it. But it's also causing a lot of people to go on the Tales series forum asking for it, like making accounts just so they can find it. And I've tried to get the guy's information, but like his email and whatnot, so I can contact him and ask him about it. And I've been successful, but I haven't really done much. And I don't even know if I'm doing it correctly. So if anyone wants the link just solely for trying to get in contact with this guy and like getting his email, because there's no clear way of doing it, I'll link you guys it. But, But yeah, this is Flamzeron, aka YouTube Sasuke, signing out. See you later, and if they ever make a Tales MMO, I will see you there. You can guarantee it. Bye.